I included timestamps in this video. Both above the timestamps and below the timestamps is where I put my Amazon affiliate links. In this case, a gasket kit for this carburetor. If English is your second language and you use YouTube's closed caption features, I've also uploaded the top 10 languages spoken in the United States. So let's get started. These pieces of paper just help show the linkages better. The first thing we're going to do, as you see with my hand, I'm going to push the throttle all the way forward like it's on fully. That exposes this spring right here that it's coming in through the back side of this. You don't really need a tool. This can be done by hand, but the tool really shows you on camera what's happening. Next, I'm going to disconnect this governor vane from this linkage. So I just go like that. Then to get this guy up right here, all you do is first you pull straight up, meaning straight up this way, and then come up and out he comes. Now we're going to pull the throttle all the way back to off again. And we're going to disconnect this right here, which is the kill switch. And all you do to do it is you pull back on this. And again, you don't have to have a tool to do this, but I find it shows up better on camera. The next thing we're going to take off is the throttle cable. And I'm doing that for a reason. It's very easy to lose this washer right here. And there's a washer back here, especially this one. If you lose it, can cause you a lot of trouble. So we're going to remove this while everything's still connected. And to remove this, I've learned you got to completely take this screw out. Then all you do is take this and kind of come back like this here and get him out. Now the reason, see how that sprung around? That's why I'm saying you take this off next, because if you have these screws and stuff out and try to get that out and this spring all of a sudden hits something and one of these washers flies off. So I always suggest taking that off before you remove this screw right here. Once we remove it, this little spacer washer, you absolutely don't want to lose it because it's specific for Briggs & Stratton. You can't just run down to a hardware store and buy one like that. This is your kill switch right here. That's what it looks like. Right in there was that hole that I pulled that wire out of. Now we want to be careful because you don't want to lose this washer right here. So I lean it back as I take this out. And then I take this washer off. Now those two washers, the one I just put down and that spacer washer, they are magnetic if you do lose them. Round things like this, when they go flying, can go rolling and be in places you would never expect them to be. And one of them is this flywheel. It's magnetic, so I've found them on it before. They can even get back behind up here and get stuck on it. The nice part about that big one in particular, when he's magnetic, he actually pulls through the grass pretty well. So keep that in mind if you did lose them in grass. I've even found them down here like this bolt is on my parts holder. This right here, he just comes out right like that. And this next part, pay attention, because on mine, there's this little washer right here that is not magnetic. So if you lose that, you can't find it with a magnet. There's another video out there I found online. The guy has an almost identical carburetor to this, but his linkages were a little different, and he had a rubber washer beyond this that mine doesn't have. Then this here just comes out. Of course, I've already loosened all this stuff. This just comes out here, but there is a rubber washer right here. And behind that is this little jet right here that comes out. And it has a little orifice in there. And that's how everything comes apart. There's no need to take this off, but in case something were to happen, he went into this hole. And believe it or not, that is the same hole that my linkage went into. And that other video I mentioned, his went into the same place because it surprised me. I thought the linkage was going to go into here separate from this, but it doesn't. And as you can see, it just goes into this little ball, meaning the other end of this spring. If you want to see me put these linkages back together, there's a video playing behind me, and a card just appeared. Click on that card and it'll take you to that video. Appropriate Amazon links have been left below this video. This is Ron from Fixing Stuff in Black and White, signing off.